الدراري عرفتي علاش كنت باغي نهضر بعدا اليوم؟ alright, do you guys know كاينه واحد الملكه جديده ديال ملكه جديده في كندا. الدراري اللي في كندا اخباركم ولات عندكم ملكه جديده، الملكه رامونا. شيز ذا كوين اوف كندا. الدراري في هاد الساعه خصكم تبايعوها. الملكه رامونا غتحكم كندا وبغات قالت لك تعلن على انها الملكه ديال العالم. alright, مستعدين تسمعوا على الملكه رامونا؟ تيتيزا على ناصر.
And then I told you to buckle up today. I meant really fucking buckle up, because forget Justin Trudeau. I want to introduce you to our new leader of the North.
My fellow
كوين رامونا الدراري. let's go.
Canadians, I address you today as your Queen, Commander-in-Chief, and Head of Government.
Bow down before your new queen, Romana Didulo. Because she announced her royal title early last year, saying the actual Queen Elizabeth II had been executed. She hasn't. She is alive and well. I mean, she's alive. I don't know how well you can be at 96. But Romana also claiming that she was appointed by none other than Donald Trump himself, as well as the U.S. military and the people she says seize the assets of the Vatican, the fake royal family in the UK, and most other European royalty. And once again, just to be careful.
So d'après الدراري رومانا عينها دونالد ترامب قالت لك كملكه ديال كندا وتدعمها الجيش ديال امريكا.
Here, none of this is true, just so we're all on the same page. Oh, and I almost forgot, she also claims that she is an alien adjacent being who's willing to share advanced medical technology with her supporters. Now, based off of that,
she's part of the QAnon, so she's also an alien الدراري اللي عندها تكنولوجيا متطوره.
description 10 years ago, you'd have been like, oh, this is a crazy person shouting into the void. No one cares. But it's 2022 and you're like, okay, so how big of an audience has she gotten? Well, for over a year, she has rounded up a devoted following, counting at least 70,000 just on Telegram, with some concluding she's the real deal because her name is an anagram for I am our Donald. What the fuck is happening? And so with that kind of impeccable logic, it's
70,000 واحد في تيليجرام من غير دوك اللي تابعينا في السوشيال ميديا الاخرين.
not surprising that she's become a star figure in the QAnon movement, which really isn't the one kind of crazy that people think that it is, right? It's more of like an umbrella ideology. And
no, QAnon الساط is like top stupidity. زعما كاين الارض المسطحه وهادو فوق من الارض المسطحه. باي ذا واي الفيديو الجاي غيكون على هذا الموضوع الدراري. الفيديو الجاي غيكون على هذا الموضوع. It's all about كيفاش وعلاش كاين عندنا هاد الناس هادو كيفكروا في هادشي.
encompassing tons of bizarre conspiracies. And one of them, in addition to thinking that Satan-worshipping cannibal pedophiles who control the world and harvest the blood of young children are engaged in a secret war against Donald Trump, is also, of course, being anti-vax. So naturally, Queen Romana has led a crusade against vaccines, declaring Canada a vaccine-free nation, calling the injections a crime.
لاحظتوا كيفاش ان اي واحد تيامن بمؤامره وحده كيامن بزاف ديال المؤامرات دقه وحده. It's not one مؤامره. الا عقلك بدا تيشوف مؤامره وحده، عقلك كيبدا يشوف نقاط كاملين على انهم بارت اوف ذا سيم مؤامره. كتامن ان الجي اف كتقتل من طرف ما عرف شكون، تتامن ان هادي ان 9/11 داروها امريكان ضد راسهم. دونك بطبيعه الحال غتامن على ان القمر ما مشاولوش امريكان وانه مؤامره. غتامن بزاف ديال اللعيبات ان كاين واحد الكابال تياكلوا الدراري الصغار هما اللي مسيطرين على العالم. It's all connected بالنسبه لدماغك، فهمتي؟
against humanity.
Know this. Inside the Republic, the penalty for crimes against humanity, treason, economic sabotage, and bioterrorism is death.
And in November, she got more explicit, telling her followers on Telegram to shoot to kill anyone who tries to inject children under the age of 19 years old with the coronavirus 19 vaccines. With her then...
هنا فين تتولي Did you follow? Oh yeah, I did. هنايا فين القضيه حماضت ديال بصح. قالت الناس اللي تابعينها يتشيريو ويقتلوا الناس اللي كيعطيو بحال الاطباء وكذا اللي كيعطيو الفاكسان ديال كوفيد. الحماق واخا هكا كيؤدي للمصائب الدراري.
And a few days later, changing the wording from shoot to kill to arrest. But shortly after, she said she was detained by Canadian authorities for the pose, given a search warrant, and sent to a hospital for a mental health evaluation. Also, among the things we saw, the prior summer, she organized her followers into groups that began sending hundreds of cease and desist letters to businesses, governments, and police, ordering them to halt all measures combating the pandemic, with one group even visiting a K-8 school while children were present. But one of the weirdest, most consequential parts of this story is Queen Romana's decrees. Right, as of June, she has announced 79 royal decrees.
So بدات تدير سميتو الديكريز ديالها. شنو كيسميوهم عندنا حنايا الديكريز؟ فاك مشات لي السميه ديالهم الظهير، ما تسماش ظاهر مرسوم ملكي، تسمى الظاهر الشريف. سو حتى هي دارت الظاهر الشريف ديالها. اي نشوفوا شنو هما الظاهر الشريف ديالها اللي دارت.
with some of these being just kind of head scratching, like declaring Victoria the true capital of Canada, raising the age of consent to 24, though some of her followers didn't like that one.
دارت لهم ايج اوف كونسنت 24 عام. الا نعسي مع شي وحده اقل من عندها 23 عام تمشي للحبس. امين مزيان هاد الدرار مزيان. انا ما كرهتش يديروا الظاهر الشريف ديال الكونسنت ايج حتى 30 عام. دير ممكن ما دير حتى حاجه قبل 30 عام، ريح الله تكالما.
Or one stating that publishing slanderous articles concerning Queen Romana Didulo of the Kingdom will result in an immediate 30-year prison sentence. Now, of course, most of these
سو الا اللي هضر عليها خايب، لا شيز نيتيف، اللي هضر عليها خايب عنده 30 عام د الحبس. BMK عندك تهضر على الملكه بطريقه خايبه.
are paper thin. She's got no real authority, right? It hasn't had real world impact, but there have been some that has had a real world impact. For example, Decree 23 declaring water bills now illegal. Decree 24 declaring that electricity become free. Decree 79 stating that rent prices had reverted to rates from 1955. And once again, she is not speaking into the void. Many of her followers actually took all of this seriously and just stopped paying their bills, which
قالت لهم ما تبقاوش تخلصوا هذا باسكو الواتر بيلز والضو داكشي الليغال. سو بنادم اللي تابع ليها ما بقاش كيخلص الضو والماء.
I don't know if you've done this in the past voluntarily or
يو BMK.
involuntarily like myself, that led to their utilities getting shut off and putting some of them in debt. With one of her followers commenting, "Dear Queen Romana, when will the service companies stop shutting off our services for non-payment?" To which she replied that the bills were being sent by robots. But even this hiccup did not stop her rise, because after months of touring Canada in her RV, which by the way she calls the mobile government, she has officially declared herself Queen of the World, announcing this in a
يعني بغات تزرب على الملك ديالنا. the fuck خصنا نحاربوا هاد الدراري. علنات على راسها ملكه ديال العالم دابا.
campground parking lot, and with this newly expanded authority over the weekend, she went even further than issuing meaningless cease and desist orders or getting people to stop paying rent. This time leading a group of around 30 followers in an assault on the Peterborough police station in Ontario, where they reportedly hoped to conduct citizens' arrests on the entire police force there for
خدات التابعين ديالها باش يمشيو ياتاكيو البوليس باش يعتقلوا البوليس.
enforcing COVID safety restrictions like mask mandates and business closures. Now, the cops probably knew this was coming, given that she had been hyping this up for weeks on her Telegram and even a website they created.
والله الا كندا صاحبي جهلوك. شو كانوا مرتاحين تنقولوا زعما راهم بعقلهم. الساعه كندا صات عامره
And so when they marched down to the station Saturday afternoon, they encountered the kryptonite of QAnon queens, a locked door, with some banging on it, shouting through a megaphone that they're gonna get arrested. Others, actually, this is my favorite, calling 911 and asking them to come outside. But the cops are like, fuck that noise. They don't budge, so they just sit there for hours. They're waiting.
كيعيطوا على البوليس باش يخرجوا له. مشاو ضربوا بالبوليس اصاحبي. وات ذا فاك. واحد
And while the queen
تعيطوا على 911 باش يخرجوا، تيقول لهم خرجوا لبرا، بغاو يعتقلوا البوليس.
handing out the most generous of snacks, veggies, and sardines, with then eventually some of the group wandering around looking for other entrances and discovering a restricted area where the vehicles are stored, which is when the police do show up, and spoiler alert, it did not go well.
You guys are involved in the COVID crime, and we're placing you all under arrest. No.
Hey, oh, oh,
Okay.
this is going down.
Down, and oddly enough, because I mean, this is the queen here, the cops don't listen, instead making a mockery of this guy here.
Hey! I suggest you stand down! Stand down, please, stand down!
And in the end,
البوليس ديال كندا والله حتى ظريفين اصاحبي. كنت كنمركنا كنت راه في دين امهم بحال الضحك.
you had two men being arrested for assaulting police, resisting arrest, and mischief. Which, by the way, I think the mischief charge needs a new name. It sounds like an adorable crime. But it looks like this is not over, because that same day, Queen Romana made a historic post on Telegram announcing, "Please advise, comms from Fort Detrick indicate that 4XR0001 CRISPR genetically modified
Holy fuck, what the
super soldiers are being pulled from cold storage and will be deployed within the hour. Formed
سوبر سولدرز XR001 CRISPR genetically modified، جبدوهم من الصور. داكشي ديال شنو سميتو روبوكوب باسات. سو قالت لهم دوك السوبر سولدرز، دوك العسكريين اللي موديفيين جينيا غادي تجبدهم باش يتحاربوا مع.
By crossing the Y DNA of white rappers and Filipinos, we have created the strongest race known to man. Within them,
وات ذا فاك، خلطوا الواي دي ان اي ديال الرابرز المغنيين الرابرز البويض مع الفلبينيين. alright dude, this shit is craziest.
white rappers and Filipinos, we have created the strongest race known to man. Within them,
yeah, compound V.
within them is a life force and power never before seen on this plane. May the Lord have mercy on anybody who dares cross them. And that, as of now, is the story. And as weird as it is, it kind of makes sense. In a world that feels more and more disconnected from reality, that's powered by algorithms, that enables niches to go mainstream, it just makes sense that crazy also went mainstream. And understand, this is not a problem that is a million miles away. These people are among us. And so you, I guess, can just do with that information as you will. I've got no good lesson or advice for you. Wish I did.
holy fuck الدراري. هادو كندا قاريين، باش ما تقولش ما كاينش قاريين، راه كندا صات السيستم ديالهم مريقل، عندهم كلشي. وبنادم شوف شنو تيامن اصاحبي. سطع علنت على راس امريكا جايه من الفضاء، عندها السوبر سولدرز، نوضات الروينه قالت لهم ما تخلصوش الضوء والماء، ما بقاوش يخلصوه، هجمات على البوليس، وبنادم غادي معاه في الهبال ديالها. تخيل في المغرب كي شحال ساهل انك تكونترولي بنادم. واحد صاحبي ناض قال لهم كاين الكنز، خرج 30,000 مغربي للجبل صاحبي. 30,000 ماشي بحال هادي 70 40 ولا 50 التخربيق ديالها، مي 30,000 آلاف يتجمعون لاستخراج كنز. وهكذا انتهت القصة. صرغينا من أجل مشاهدة شاب وهو يستخرج كنزا قال إنه سيغنيهم جميعا، وتبادلت مواقع التواصل قصة الشاب الذي أقنع كل سوف ينسون الفقر بعد استخراج الكنز المدعوم. آلاف الصاد. ها هو هذا
سالفة، وأن الكتاب الشامل لأعظم تشريع رباني تكفل من
حماقة الدراري والله حتى بزاف أصاحبي. Hello guys، أستحلفك بالله أن تشترك في القناة، فقد تحداني يهودي أنه لا يوجد أي مسلم سيقوم بالاشتراك في القناة، ولكن المسلمون سيثبتون العكس. شكرا جزيلا، فضلا وليس أمرا. دير سبسكرايب وجيم إلا بغيتي.